right, so I went, oh, did you guys watch The Celebrity Apprentice? That was a pisser. Okay, so get this. I have some behind the scenes shit because I was part of the final challenge with Joan Rivers. All right, so get this. So I, not a big fan of Trump. Think he's a fucking tool. And, sorry, think he's a tool. Not sure how honest he is about the finances. Think he's a blowhard, all that stuff. But I will tell you, I kind of feel bad for that Melania. You know what I mean? She's just barely gotten out of Romania, and now look at her future. And, I just pictured her blowing him. Hold on. Hold my hair. Woo! Okay, sorry. That's a tough one. So anyway, but I'm pals with Joan Rivers, and I dig her, and I know, people are hard on her about her face work and all that, but I think she's fucking badass ghetto. I really do. I mean, at 75 years old, to win that show, and to be put through all that shit, and to run that gauntlet, and I love people like that. I love her, I love Howard Stern, I love the troublemakers, and I love the people that, are fearless, and Bill Maher and all that stuff. So anyway, I was, of course, rooting for Joan, and I was in New York a few months ago, and then her office called and said, Joan's doing the Celebrity Apprentice, and, would you show up for this one challenge? And I said, how much? Because I knew it would be a donation thing. I've seen the show. So I said, of course. So I show up, and this was hard for me to keep a lid on, because I knew a long time ago that the final two were Joan Rivers and Annie Duke. And so they said, I signed a thing saying I wouldn't tell anybody and all that stuff. And so I show up, and it's a donation challenge, and she's got her charity and all that stuff. But I said to her, okay, what can I do to help? Is there anything I can do to help you win? Because I really, really want you to win. I think it's pretty amazing. And I said, what do I do when Trump shows up? And, and she just said, just make a big fuss over him. But I mean, the shit that she said on that show to Annie Duke, right? It's a poker player! A poker player! I know you're people that don't have last names! It's shit that a handful of people in the world can get away with saying. I love it. It's what I call the Rickles license to kill. Rickles can say things that nobody else can get away with. A poker player! Oh, I loved it. All right, so anyway, so I show up, and she said, just make a big fuss over Trump when he shows up. And I was like, okay. So the challenge is going along, and then in comes the Donald, and then the son. And I guess we're trying to play some game here where we act like he's a successful tycoon with his fucking slick back hair and his hooker wife. Dancer. Okay, so I thought, maybe Trump would be a tool or be the real story, and he shows up in his fucking trench coat mafia look or whatever the fuck that is, with the insane comb over and the crazy eyebrows that are some sort of pubic wig gone wrong. I don't know his story, I don't get his gig, but no. Guess who turns out to be the real story? Ivanka, the daughter, Ivanka. All right, so she's the one where I guess we're playing this game where we're supposed to act like she's a really hardcore, serious businesswoman, and she could have been a model, but instead, she's got a head for business and a bod for sin. No, she's got a head for nothing and a bod for sale. And I'm sorry, but I'm supposed to act like this girl is like a fucking, can run a company? Please, this is a girl who's got the fake boobies, and she's where she is because of her dad. She works for her dad, she works with her dad, et cetera, et cetera. So she comes in, and she truly is Amazonian. She's giant. She's really, really tall. The boobies are out to here, and she's just a big hardcore lady, So they all come in together, and I'm, say hi to Trump and then the son, and then I wasn't even really thinking about Ivanka, and I just went up to her, and I want Joan to win so bad, and I just smiled and said, hi, my name's Kathy Griffin, nice to meet you. And then Ivanka reaches out, and for some reason, this girl who's fucking 27 or whatever, starts to shake my hand and does some crazy bullshit, really hard hand squeeze, like some fucking Tony Robbins, Dale Carnegie, dominatrix shit that she learned at a seminar somewhere her dad gave through the Learning Annex. And I'm just like, I don't know what came over me, but I remember just thinking for a second, what the fuck? Not on my watch, bitch. I squeezed her hand as hard as I could with all my might. I wanted to break a bone. I don't know what she was thinking, but I know what I was thinking, and it was not today. And the whole time, I mean, she must think I'm a lunatic, because the whole time I'm squeezing her hand as hard as I can, and I'm smiling and acting like I'm so famous, I have to start talking to someone else, and I refuse to let go of her hand. So I'm going, nice to meet you. Isn't Charity wonderful? Joan is doing such amazing work for God's love we deliver. I really hope she goes the distance because she's so fabulous. And I could tell Ivanka was like, oh, take the crazy lady away. And then I finally released her head, and I know she fucking thought I was insane, but I just thought that was like the weirdest move.